T-Man 978 Show Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978 reviewing Transformers Generations Combiner Wars Deluxe Class Swindle.
Swindle is always looking to make a score. He'll cut a quick deal or pull a fast con, anything to bring in a profit. His wheeling and dealing isn't limited to gear and weapons. He'll sell out anyone, Autobot or Decepticon, for the right price.
I'm going to put a poll in the card, like right up in, where's the camera thing? Right there, in that exclamation point. I'm going to put a poll there to see if you actually like hearing me read these or not. I know I go back and forth with it. Sometimes I feel lazy. Anywho, here is his extended bio. Pause so you can read these. And this stuff over here. Now let me open it so you can see. There's the sketch phase. Here's the gray model. Here's the finished product. Here's this stuff over here, the color code. And here is this stuff. Yay. Swindle, swindle, swindle. Swindle and Starscream are the very definition of Decepticon. I mean, they can be very trustworthy and convincing, and then just stab you on the back because they just can't help it. As far as this actual toy, my only problems with him, I mean, you know this mold really. My only problems with him is this random gray crotch. I mean, why they didn't make it black? Why didn't they make it this sandy color right here? Why didn't they make it purple? Why they just decided to make one part of his body regular gray? I have no idea. The back of his head, this doesn't bother me too much. It looked like they were going to give him light piping, but at the last minute changed their mind because he has painted over eyes with the same paint as this purple right here, which has like a metallic flake to it. I like it. I like the design of his face. It's definitely Swindle. Out of all the other characters, Swindle always gets a G1-ish head. And he's pretty much one of the only Combaticons that gets single release toys that's not part of a combiner team. As you can see here, he has a bit of a ball joint, so he can look up more than the last few figures I've purchased. One other issue, the painted feet down here do not at all match any of the regular unpainted plastic, so that is a little bit unsightly. As you can see here, his gun can still right there on his forearm, just like the G1 cartoon. And what I didn't realize about this gun when I did Hound's review, it can actually, it has two little peg notches right there that can fit into these grooves on his little backpack on both sides or either side. And this is what happened to me when I tried to do this with Hound. It just popped straight clean off of here. So I guess you should lift it out first before you try to put that on there. So it's kind of my fault and kind of the fault of the construction of these toys. Come on, get back on here. Ah, here you go. I'm glad I paused and cut away from that because it took me quite a while to get that back on there. I almost had an M-go moment right there. But articulation, shoulders are nice. You probably already know this, but I'm going to go over it anyway. Shoulders can go back out like that. They're on a ball joint, so they can go like that. They can sort of like this. Elbow bends way more than 90 degrees. It's almost double jointed. I like the way that detail is right there. It fills in his elbow so it doesn't look like a hollow mess like the Constructicons. His head can lift up on this panel and rotate. Of course, this isn't really a piece of articulation unless you want it to be. As this waist joint, ball jointed hips, kick out that much, kick back that much, kick out to the side, swivel in the thigh, knee bends 90 degrees, ankle pivot, and that's it. I really like Swindle. Any complaint I have with him, and your mileage will vary, his legs are a little bit loose. A little, at least, I mean, he's able to hold a pose, but that is kind of bad. But anyway, let's get to this transformation. And here he is. He's a Jeep thingamabibby. I don't know, military Jeep. You can see a steering wheel on there just like on Hound. And if you want to see the transformation, I'm going to put a card for Hound's video right there. I did the transformation in there. So, yeah. It is lacking a lot of color in this mode. I think all of this stuff should have been picked out right there in some type of color. So that would have looked better, but it is a doable vehicle mode right there. And it does roll. If it wasn't on the surface that I have, it'll roll better. Of course, I don't like that. That just looks... I said I wouldn't complain about that certain thing that this thing looks like. So I'm going to try to keep to that promise. But right there, there's a big hole right here in this gun. You could put this here if you want to. Well, let me get that combiner piece. You can put this here, and it is a slightly, but not much more, slightly tighter fit than Hound. Or you can put this here, and put the gun in here, if you like. Whatever. Countless options, countless options. If you want them to be a foot, you put these feet down here. Connect this to here like this. Whip out his combiner part. And boom. There's a shin with a foot. Weapon storage, put that there. Or put it here. Whatever, make it more condensed. You want them to be an arm. Put that like this. Detach this. Oh gosh. Pretend that's on there. Pull these apart like you're transforming it. Plug it together. Open the fingers. And bam. You have an arm. Yay. But anyway, besides the lack of paint or detail that he has in his vehicle mode, I really like him. I'll definitely like his robot mode. I love his head sculpt. It is awesome. I love the paint that they have on here. I didn't talk about it because I talked about it in Hound's review, but I like the grill, the fake grill they put there. That used to always confuse me in G1. I'm like, how the heck does that guy transform? The front of his car is now his waist. Like, how does that happen? And then you look at the toy, and the toy looks nothing like that at all. And just to show it off, you can put the gun in his hand. It probably will look better in his left hand because I don't like the hollowness to be on the outside. I have a strange like OCD thing, or I don't know what to call that disorder, where I don't want the hollowness on the outside of the bot. It needs to be on the inside. But anyway, where you can put it back up there, and the hollowness is in the back. But like I said, I like him. I like him. I can recommend him. He was the main guy I was gonna get anyway, because my main goal was to buy the Japanese version of the Combaticons. But once I bought Onslaught, I just couldn't hold out. I couldn't have Onslaught and Swindle and not get the rest of them. I want a complete Bruticus. I might buy the other one, and then I can compare. I can have them in both modes or whatever. But anyway, if you like this review, give me a like, share, subscribe, comment. T-Man978 out of here.